Skadash, Wagwan. Bless up all my viewers, all my subscribers out in the world. Hope you all doing well. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell if you haven't as yet. So we have coming up in the topics right here, Vybz Kartel and DJ Khaled link up in Miami. Also in the studio right here, a lot of fans react. Also, Marley, Bob Marley's son, address people who are saying a lot of things over the Grammy since Bob Marley Project 1. Also, he mentioned this about Shenseea and Vybz Kartel who were also nominated. Plus, we see right here where Foota Hype put this out pertaining to Bob Marley saying that he ranks Bob Marley above Michael Jackson. Let me know if y'all agree in the comment section. Plus, dancehall artist Kiprich becomes second entertainer named as person of interest by the police.
Yo, reggae media TV, badder than everything we're bad, and we madder than everything we're mad.
So we see Vybz Kartel put out a post about Bob Marley. Along with that, well, before we get into that, right here, since critics circulate about Bob Marley Project winning the Grammy in the Best Reggae Album category, we see right here Marley, one of Bob Marley's son, respond. Credits to Keshima Francis for the footage right here.
What do you make of critics who are thinking that once a Marley is in a category, then it's a done deal? You know, a Marley are going to win.
Well, we try already and we never win, so that not that.
Yeah, 2021. No, 2001
that's
actually.
True, but I mean, people are gonna feel how they want to feel. You know what I mean? What can I say? People have the right to feel what they want to feel, but you know, it's definitely not what a lot of people is trying to make it out to be. You know, we put in the work. Of course, other people deserve to win as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, not against that. You know, I'm a fan. I'm a big fan of Cartel as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, other people, Shenseea, likewise. You know, what can I say? There's not much I can say about that.
No,
But
No, continue.
No, man, I said, it's not really much to say about that, you know. People go and feel how they want to feel, and people have the right to feel how they want to feel. People have the right to express themselves.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it's definitely that. I know I have an album coming out, and it almost makes me feel like, yeah, that's it. I'm not even but I want to enter mine, you know.
What do you make of critics?
So since Vybz Kartel lost to Bob Marley, it's like he didn't took offense like some of his fans right here. We see Vybz Kartel went on his Instagram and paid tribute to Bob Marley, posting his Natural Mystic song. So some fans may wondering what Vybz Kartel up to in Miami. Yes, people, right here we recently see Vybz Kartel in studio with DJ Khaled, as you can see right here from a shocking post. So people, wanna think about this link up right here, and from your cities, you know, more than likely Vybz Kartel gonna be on DJ Khaled next album, or probably them working on something else. So Triple X give his take on this whole King saga in dancehall surrounding Beenie Man and Vybz Kartel.
More than a month now, this whole situation as a brew and a stew. I'm gonna let Beenie Man down to the ground. Beenie Man, to me, is one of the most talented artists that ever come out of Jamaica. Also, I rate Vybz Kartel to the ground as well. Boy, I'm really and truly don't want to be forced to pick sides, and I'm not gonna pick sides because the respect I have for Vybz Kartel is a different respect I have for Beenie Man. I hold both artists in an extremely high esteem. Both artists in an extremely high esteem. However, there's a lot of things that Vybz Kartel has done that I personally cannot co-sign, that I personally do not agree with. And there's a lot of things that Beenie Man have done that I personally cannot agree with and I cannot co-sign. However, in the late part of Vybz Kartel career, since we've seen him leave prison, we've seen Kartel appear to turn over a new leaf, as he seemed like he has evolved into a different individual. You see? Since Kartel come from jail, we have seen an evolution in Beenie Man as well. I don't know if I want to say it's an evolution or a disintegration. I don't know what to call it specifically. But since Vybz Kartel come out of jail in the summer last year, Beenie Man has not been the same. I don't want to use the word regression. I stay far from that word. Whoever said that word a while ago, I stay far from that word. Millie, I don't want to use that word. I don't want what I'm saying right now to come off as any form of disrespect, because I honestly mean no disrespect to either of the individuals that we're going to have a discussion about tonight. The truth of the matter is, you can't deny Beenie Man's talent. The truth of the matter again is, we can't deny Vybz Kartel's talent. The whole argument about who is king of the dancehall, to me, is something that is futile and unnecessary. Me personally believe it is unnecessary. Facts being this: Yellow Man was the first person who they say was the king. The generation of King Yellow Man, in the inception of dancehall, the real inception of dancehall, the moment where we can say, all right, boom, this is where we move rock steady, ska and everything, reggae, and then we move and get a subset of reggae, which was dancehall. With the emergence of dancehall, we have to say that Yellow Man is the king of that period of time of dancehall. It could also be said that moving from Yellow Man up into another generation with Lieutenant Stitchy, with Papa San, with Shabba Ranks, with Super Cat and them thing there, it could have been said that Shabba Ranks was the king of that era. It could have been said, and I don't think anybody would have disagreed with saying that Shabba Ranks was the king of that era. Moving again, coming forward, it could have been, yeah, Ninja Man. I don't think Ninja Man and Shabba share the same, but with the accolades that Shabba Ranks had garnered, I think Ninja Man was more a man of the country, and Shabba Ranks was a man of the country and also a man of international accolades. So that is why I would say Shabba Ranks would be a king in that era. You understand? Moving right along, coming up into Capleton, Buju Banton era, Bounty Killer era, Spragga Benz and them man the era, Beenie Man. To be honest, we would have to say it is obvious and easy to say that Beenie Man was the king of dancehall, even though when he was crowned king of the dancehall by a whole lot of controversy, a lot of persons look at it and say, a foolishness. The man them attack. Zane, snap them, big up yourself. Why them did this so? Coming on a mic stand. Yeah, so with Beenie Man's consistency, Beenie Man has always been, from Beenie Man boss till mid 2000s, Beenie Man has always been in the top 5. Beenie Man has always been in the top 5. dancehall artist at all times. If him drop out the top 5, him not going to further than probably 7. It's always been in the top 10 artists. And dancehall has certainly have hundreds of artists we act at any one point in time. Zine? But if we're going to be realistic and we are going to be honest, you see, from 2000 and about, what could say 2010, from about 2010, Beenie Man has been lagging in reference to Vybz Kartel. Beenie Man has been lagging in reference to Vybz Kartel from about 2010. So if we're supposed to crown a king of this current generation, that Vybz Kartel is the king of this generation. Now, saying that Vybz Kartel is the king of this generation, I honestly do not believe that that takes away anything. I don't think that that take away anything from Beenie Man. I don't think that takes away anything from Shower Ranks. And I honestly do not think that takes away anything from Yellow Man. It doesn't discredit any of the kings.
I want to deal with other kids being racist when they pick me at school. Like, because Roger come from school today and him teacher called me and I say, oh, you know, other kids are calling and all type of shit at school. And, oh, it's giving more put on a uniform and go up there. No, sir. For real. Like, what am I gonna do?
Someone want to give Shenseea some advice right here as her son facing RACISM in school. Well, some fans will say giving Shenseea some advice, you know, saying that it look like him need to go a new school. Some people are say best thing she do send him back to Jamaica to let him attend the school out there, you know. So wanna jump in the comment section and let me know what y'all think. Should Shenseea send Raj back to school in Jamaica, let him finish up there? You know, we see a lot of people reacting to this because nobody would want to say they must send them child to school and this I reach them. So for all the parents, you know, you can jump in at the comment section too. And if you find yourself in this situation, what would you do? Send your child back to Jamaica to attend school, or try find a different school, or get the school fee, handle this situation some way out? So let's get into this topic. Moving along, the next topic right here, as dancehall artist Kiprich becomes second entertainer named as person of interest by the police. According to Prison Marketing, dancehall artist Kiprich has become the second entertainer in a matter of days to be named as a person of interest by the police, further fueling concerns about the intersection of music and crime in Jamaica. The St. Catherine North Police have imposed a curfew in Spanish Towns, Top Banks, and Marchpen communities following the fatal shooting of reputed Okra Lane gang leader Everton Spikey and his brother Jason. Authorities have urged Kiprich, whose real name is Marlon Pluckett, along with several others, to report to the police as part of their ongoing investigation. This development comes just after emerging dancehall artist Skipper, born Tajay Clark, was also listed as a person of interest. The Jamaica Constabulary Force, JCF, made the announcement on February 6, urging the young DJ to contact the police station in Spanish Town. Skipper has been making wave with his 2024 hit Young, which topped YouTube's trending charts and reached number 2 on Kingston's Apple Music Top 25. However, his latest track, 1DB 4L, which pays tribute to the slain Spanish Town figure of Neil Tickman Laban, has sparked controversy. Lines like "Me stop cry, adjust the heat, me a carry, could wait figure turn it pan a Jeep or Larry," have raised concerns about potential ties to violence. The ongoing scrutiny of dancehall's influence on crime is nothing new, but the back-to-back naming of Kiprich and Skipper has intensified the conversation. While there is no official link between their music and the investigations, statistics from the JCF indicate that over 70% of gang-related homicides in Jamaica in 2024 stem from ongoing feuds in communities like Spanish Town. The entertainment industry remains divided on whether dancehall music is merely reflecting reality or actively influencing criminal activity. As the situation unfolds, both Kiprich and Skipper face uncertain paths in their careers. Will these legal troubles derail their success, or will they, like other dancehall acts before them, use the controversy to fuel their notoriety? Yes, people, so this right here we see, Kiprich basically becomes the second entertainer named as person of interest by the police, after violence flared up in Spanish Town. Yes, people, so right here we just giving y'all an update as the artist set to turn in himself. So people, let me know if y'all agree with Foota hype as he ranks Bob Marley above Michael Jackson. What y'all think about this? According to the Jamaica Star, outspoken dancehall selector Foota hype is doubling down on his stance that Bob Marley is untouchable in music history. Bob Marley is the biggest and greatest human being to ever hold a microphone, Foota declared as he debate rages over yet another Marley Grammy victory. His comments come just days after Bob Marley won Love music inspired by the film Deluxe clinch Best Reggae Album at the 67th Grammy Awards, sparking outrage from some Vybz Kartel fans who believe their artist was more deserving. However, Foota hype is having none of it. Bob is the greatest artist ever live, so how you are gonna compete with that? Foota said as he pushed back on suggestions, particularly from fans of Vybz Kartel, that the world boss was deserving of the award. Bob Marley won Love music inspired by the film Deluxe won Best Reggae Album at the 67th Grammy Awards on Sunday. The album right here, featuring a mix of local and international artists, beat out heavyweights like Vybz Kartel, Shenseea, The Wailers, and Khaled. But while some fans rage over the result, Foota hype made it clear nobody can compete with Bob Marley. It's not even only about the Marley factor, but nobody can compete with Bob Marley where music is concerned. Nobody, a passionate Foota hype shared. He said that the late pop icon Michael Jackson cannot be compared to Bob Marley. Michael Jackson had helped. Bob was fighting against the system, singing righteous music. You know how hard it was for a Rasta to bust back then, and him still run the place. If people really studied Bob's legacy, them would shut up because them argument nah make no sense, he reasoned. The outspoken selector and producer dismissed the idea that Vybz Kartel ever stood a chance against the Marley legacy. No disrespect to Vybz Kartel, but there is no way Cartel could have won this year's Grammy compared to Bob Marley. Vybz Kartel is an ant. Foota hype is an ant. Beanie, Bunty, Shabba, all of them are ants compared to Bob Marley, who was a giant in the business, and it's just the truth, the controversial selector said. Foota hype further pointed out that Bob Marley's influence remains unmatched, dominating playlists worldwide even in 2025. Every night, Bob Marley plays in dances more than any dancehall artist. Look at YG Marley. His hit sampled Bob, and it's been one of the biggest tunes for months. Bob is a brand, he stated. For Foota hype, the backlash against Marley win is misplaced, especially when Vybz Cartel should be celebrated just for the nomination. The album that Cartel was nominated for, I don't even know one song off of it. I never heard of it. I say that to say Gaza fans must be appreciative and respectful. For no say Vybz was nominated, him lose to Bob, a Bob him fi lose to. Everything was in place for Vybz Cartel to win, but there is a problem if the Marley name is involved. Foota hype added. People, be safe, bless up on yourself. Here comes another ending of a vlog. Big up on yourself, guidance, protection. I'm out, scratch.
Yo, Reggae Media TV, badder than everything we're bad, and we madder than everything we're mad. Subscribe now, you hear that?